This woman writes this post, how to tell if the guy you are dating has found someone else. To that, I would say it's really not your obligation to do that. It really trying to find that out is really coming from a place of fear. Like what you want to do in a dating relationship where there's no exclusivity and there's no really obligation just to you, well, you just want to show up the best of your ability. So it's like you want to show up and have a really good time and build that connection and, just have fun together. Um, and that should be your focus, not, oh, are they with someone else? It's just like coming from a place of fear versus coming from a place of really abundance is kind of the word I'm looking for. But just coming from that empowering emotion versus that disempowering emotion. Let's get into the post. I think the guy I am friends with and dating. Okay, I'm thinking she's just referring to, they're not in an exclusive relationship, but they're dating, maybe hooking up, or at least going on dates, maybe kissing, some kind of dynamic with that. Dating has interested somewhere else now. So she's thinking that this guy is interested in another woman. He used to initiate text, be flirty, and just generally be more responsive, but some things definitely changed in the past month. Yeah, that can be a reflection of his dropping of interest, maybe so. When I asked, he said that he is overstressed, but it's been a while, and his enthusiasm to reply to me has definitely gone down. He takes longer to respond as well, sometimes over 16 to 18 hours. Can someone please advise what's happening? Yeah, his interest is dropping. So maybe it's how you're showing up. Maybe there's someone in the picture. You just don't know all his background information. You just have to understand it's not like he doesn't really have an obligation to you, even though it might hurt. It's like when you're not exclusive, you're not exclusive, So it's like be careful on attaching yourself and kind of thinking that this thing is exclusive when it's not, because it's like when you do that and then he goes with someone else, it's going to really hurt. And so it's like sometimes what you want to do with dating is date multiple people. That way you kind of have your kind of pipeline full of people, but also what you'll notice is you act in ways that are sometimes more healthy if you have multiple people you're dating, because you're not giving all your effort or all your focus or all your fears onto one person, and kind of sometimes like overthinking or over smothering, or making the situation way more serious than it is, or being too attached to that one person. It's like sometimes it's like we just need that mindset that's like, well, we can just kind of let them go and it'll all be just fine. And sometimes we get that just naturally from being with dating multiple people. That being said, you don't need it to act in ways like that. Really, you can just act from places of abundance and knowing your own self-worth and knowing your own value and knowing that, hey, I'll be just fine whether it works out or not being attached to the result. Having a belief that relationships do work out, not a belief that, if he's not texting me back, then he's out with some other girl, kind of what you're kind of going through right now as far as your thoughts. And don't beat yourself up over those thoughts or anything. It's like those thoughts are in your life for a reason. It's to really protect you from some kind of pain that you anticipate in the future. But really the key is to kind of just center yourself and not anticipate that pain in the future. And again, just relating it back to not being attached to that result. Because with results and even goals, we associate fear to not getting it. And sometimes that can be one of the biggest drivers, but it also can put us in a place of that fearful state, because we're afraid that if we don't get it, then we won't be happy or loved or good enough or whatever you're associating to the result.